So I'm reading some letters from, I guess, friends and family that have sent me some comments here. So this is from my daughter, Becca. My dad is one of the most selfless people I know. He is constantly putting his family and community for himself. I look up to this quality and find it so inspiring. My dad took me to Alaska for my senior trip before he decided to have his hip surgery. Before we left, he got a shot in his hip to lessen the pain because he knew we'd be doing a lot of hiking. The shot unfortunately did not do much, but he never let on that he was struggling. Nothing ever keeps that man down. Grew up pretty much in the Cincinnati area, across the river in Fort Thomas. I don't know, sports, played some sports in grade school and went on to high school and played some football for a local team and went off to college at Eastern Kentucky University and met my wife when I was a junior there. We got married in 1983 and had 8 kids after that. So 5 boys, 3 girls, ranged from 34 years old all the way down to 11. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of craziness at our house, but wouldn't have it any other way. 3 years ago, I injured my hip running up my front steps at my house. I really pulled my hip out to the point where I lost mobility in it. I couldn't put my shoe and sock on. Going up and down steps, I had to take one step at a time. So I went in and saw the doctor. He gave me some cortisone shots, injections right into the hip. Right into the area that it was affected. He was pretty hopeful that that was going to give me some relief and then allow that to heal. Unfortunately, it didn't. And we talked about options of replacing my hip. Anyway, I scheduled it, but a little different order. So I went in for my first colonoscopy 5 days before my hip replacement. And while I was in there, unfortunately for me, or fortunately, probably, my EKG was off and I went into atrial flutter. So I called Christ Hospital and they got me in to see Abbott Smith. What a great guy he is. Thursday I run a couple tests. Friday morning I come in for echocardiogram, a stress test, just all kinds of blood work, the whole thing. But Abbott Smith was great. He said, look, everything checks out fine. Go have your surgery. And after you get your hip taken care of, we'll take a look at your heart. I guess it was November 9th, I believe it was. I was right here at Christ Hospital having my hip replaced. And the surgery went well as planned. So was in and out, scheduled, and went up to recovery. Went up to my private room, which was really nice. I'm a pretty emotional guy. It was great because my whole family was able to be there with me when I came out. We had literally, I think, 16 people in our room. The doctor came in and said, is all these people yours? I said, all but one. So it was neat having everybody there. We had just a small party. But since then, it's been great. I get out walking with my wife now. We go walking in the mornings. We got MyFitnessPal now on our phones, and we're in our 10th week of 10,000 steps a day or more, and I've lost some weight, and it's just been great. I was at a baseball game yesterday for my grandson. I was tossing with my youngest grandson, Carter, and he would throw the ball, and it never comes to you, so you always have to go get it. And didn't bother me one bit. Where 9 months ago, it just would have wore me out. I would have called one of my kids over to play with him instead of me having that enjoyment to do it. For me, that whole time period was really short. I was kind of shocked because, I had the hip replacement and literally I waited. I had to wait a few months, but as soon as that time was up, I went right in for the heart piece and scheduled my surgery. And according to Dr. Pelkowitz, my heart surgery for atrial flutter was textbook. I don't have to go back and see him for a year unless I feel like I need to, but right now it's going real well. I love my dad. He has always been there for all my siblings and me.
I was generally worried about his health and decline in activity before his surgery, but since he's had his surgery, I've noticed a massive increase of physical activity level and daily exuberance. My dad means everything to me. He's always been there to take care of us. And now he's taking care of himself. I'm so proud of him. He's always been a role model to me. He's led by example and continues to amaze me with his hard work, dedication, and determination. I couldn't be more proud of my dad.